This was a planned murder for financial gain, committed in furtherance of serious organised crime. Unfold your arms. It was unfold your arms. Because I've asked you to unfold your arms and show respect to the court. Good. Was committed in a public street when members of the public were about. You fired 5 shots from the gun and 3 of them missed your target, placing the public at great risk. Moreover, you fired 4 shots at Marc Webley and 1 of them hit him in the back, and the catastrophic injuries caused took his life. The fact that you fired 4 shots at him showed beyond any doubt that you wanted him dead. That you also shot and wounded another man who could have come to the aid of Marc Webley is further evidence of your intent. It is beyond sinister that you wanted your victim to see your face, which is another aggravating factor to be added to the others applicable. However, in doing so, you revealed your face, and this was your undoing, as police officers who knew you, and from your criminal record had good and regular cause to know you, recognised you, and this led to your swift arrest. The public are grateful to the police and forensic scientists for their excellent work in bringing you to justice. You travelled to and back from the locus in a stolen car. You disposed of the handgun with the assistance of your co-accused Robertson and burned the clothing worn by you. The handgun used to murder Marc Webley has not been recovered, which is another aggravating feature. You were to be paid a lot of money for the assassination. That you are about to get a life sentence for what you did would tell any reasonable person that it was not worth it. You've shown no remorse for what you did. Gangsterism and the criminal activity which comes with it are not acceptable in a civilised society. This is a civilised society based on laws to govern and regulate the society we live in. The public will not put up with this gangsterism, and the courts will certainly not put up with it. Anyone getting caught carrying out this type of criminality can expect hefty sentences of imprisonment. As I said to you on conviction, this is not Chicago in the 1930s. Scotland is a civilised place and with no tolerance for gangsterism. You've left a mother without her son, 2 boys without their father. You've visited a life sentence of grief and loss on them. You may not have any remorse for what you did, but your cowardly actions will haunt you for the rest of your life. I now require to fix the punishment part. The punishment part is a period of time you will serve in prison before being eligible to apply for parole. As I said on conviction, there is no guarantee you will ever be granted parole. Whether you are granted parole is a decision for the parole board alone to take and is determined on the risk that you pose to the public. You may never be released. In fixing the punishment part, I must reflect the need to punish you for the crime of murder and deter you and others from committing murder. The law requires me to ignore any risk that you may pose to the public in the future. I must take account of the seriousness of the crime of murder of which you've been convicted, and also the other crime of attempted murder that you've been convicted of, which of course is very serious. Having regard to the whole circumstances, including that the murder was planned, involved a firearm, was committed in furtherance of serious organised crime, was committed in a public street, I fix the punishment part for the murder charge 6 at 25 years. I increase the punishment part to take account of the other charge of attempted murder. The increase is limited to that part of the sentence attributable to retribution, deterrence and the loss of the possibility of early release. I increase the punishment part of 25 years by a further 4 years. The headline punishment part is therefore 29 years. However, I require to reflect the fact that you pled guilty and utilitarian benefits that brings to the criminal justice system. I will therefore reduce the punishment part by 3 years to take account of this, which reduces the punishment part to 26 years imprisonment.